black delivery man had finally had enough of being interrogated by a wealthy white person during a delivery to an affluent California neighborhood. And so that white man got chewed out, and it was fantastic. And so video of the confrontation, by the way, was uploaded to Instagram on Thursday. I'm going to show you some of that. Take a look.
I want identification. Who are you?
Who the are you? Why do you think that I have to answer your questions? Why do you think that I have to answer your questions, dude?
So who are you with?
It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Get out of my way.
Who are those addressed to?
Don't worry about what the I'm doing. Get out of my face. Every time I come around here, motherfuckers like you make my job harder. Please get out of my face, dude.
But you haven't identified yourself.
That's none of your business. Why do you think that I have to identify myself? You ain't seeing nothing. You ain't seeing nothing. Don't worry about who I'm with. It's none of your business.
Who are the boxes addressed to?
Total Karen behavior, obviously. Or is it Ken behavior? I forget what a male Karen is called. But I think there's a lot of disagreement on what a male Karen is called. But anyway, it's that behavior. All right. And so, look, this guy, the delivery guy, seems like it really sounds like this is not the first time this happened. That he continues to be, harassed every time he shows up, and finally frustrated, right? And so, according to the caption of the video, which was uploaded to the Lost Soul Courier Collective's Instagram page, that delivery man was delivering Narcan to a safe house, a halfway house in the neighborhood of Pacific Heights. And here's what he said. For those who don't know its reputation, Pac Heights is one of the most affluent, snobby, and white neighborhoods in San Francisco. It's a neighborhood of old money, unlike the heavily gentrified neighborhoods where new tech money has displaced historically black and brown communities. Everyone who grew up here knows that there's an invisible line drawn on the corner of Fillmore and Sutter that separates Pac Heights from Uptown Fillmore. A line which I rarely care to cross because this type of thing is a common occurrence in my everyday life. And so he has been there before. He has dealt with this before. And finally, no, not going to deal with it anymore. And so I want to show you a highlight because this was a 7-minute video. Obviously, I can't show you the whole thing. But I want to give you a content warning for language. So the language is going to get a little rough here, but I think it's definitely worth watching. Putting this Ken in his place.
Call them now. You should call them. For what? Tell me what you're calling them for.
Because you're harassing me.
Oh, now it's harassment. Before, it was because I was walking down the street. Now I'm harassing you? Didn't you call for me from that fucking window right there? Didn't you call for me? I was across the street. You called out to me. I didn't come over here looking for you.
Don't harass me, okay?
Hey, nah. Call the cops. Call the cops, please. Please, call the cops. You fucked up. No, because you're an asshole, and this is why people fucking die. Motherfuckers that look like me die because of motherfuckers that look like you. Have you not opened up a fucking newspaper? Can you not look around and see what the fuck is going on because of this bullshit right here? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, man. And now, motherfuckers like me, got little fucking handhold recording devices in our pockets. So bullshit assholes like you can't get away with the bullshit you be pulling anymore. So go ahead, call the fucking cops. We didn't have to do none of this. We didn't have to do none of this at all. I've been here all my fucking life. 30 years I've been in this fucking city right here. And every time I come around here, a motherfucker that looks like you got a problem with a motherfucker that looks like me. You think that's coincidence? You ain't got nothing to say now, do you? Do you? You gotta bother me while I'm doing my fucking job. A hard, honest work living like you assholes always say, hey, get a job. I got a job, right? You motherfuckers still fucking with me. So what now?
Oh, that's so good. That's so goddamn good. Finally, somebody puts that guy in his place. And it's not just him personally. It's everybody that's like that. That acts like that. That has to go, that sees a black person just doing their job, minding their own business, you know, doing what they got to do, hustling to survive, right? And like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who's the packages addressed to? That's none of your business. Again, he's doing his job. But of course, it's the assumption here is he was stealing. In fact, in the post, the courier added this: I've never seen this guy before in my life. I pose no threat to his safety or his property. He threatened to call the cops on me, which he did several times, by the way, in the full-length video. Several times. Threatened to call the police, and then was like, well, I didn't actually call the police. And he continued by saying, and after I talked some shit to him, he admitted that that was an empty threat because there was no crime. He explained that things had come up missing in the neighborhood, so it must have been me who stole the shit. I'm guessing that in his mind, I had no right to be walking down his street, and I must have been looking for something to steal. I have a strong feeling that he wouldn't have harassed me if I was of a lighter complexion, but this is an everyday thing when you're a man of color living in America. True. Here's the thing about this. He's right. This is what it's like to be black in America. Again, you can see me. The only insight that we have into what it's like to be a black person in America is videos like this. And that's what, of course, has made cell phones, smartphones with cameras so incredibly important into really revealing, pulling back the curtain between the two Americas that we have. White people, we don't have to deal with this. I've never had to deal with anything like this. I've never had people be, oh, what are you doing? Oh, who's that addressed to? Where are you going? What are you doing in my neighborhood? Never had an interrogation. But this happens to black people all the time. Delivery drivers, police officers, black police officers getting the police called on them for being in their yard late at night with a flashlight. That's what it's like being black in America. Okay? Constantly questioned, constantly vilified, painted as thieves, thugs, bad people for the color of their skin. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.